we start to think about what the projection looks like, a good startup projection has 3 parts. First, it has a separate identified area for assumptions. Now, this is important because you need to be able to easily identify your assumptions. You want to be able to change them very easily. And ultimately, if you start to talk to other people you might bring into your business, you want to make it easy on yourself to share those key assumptions, because that's where the questions are going to come from somebody who wants to understand your plan for your business. After you've identified your assumptions, then of course you need to use some calculations to get to total revenues, expenses, and things like that. I would suggest that you ensure that your calculations are simple, and you'd be surprised at how often people don't validate their calculations to make sure that they're correct. So don't necessarily reinvent the wheel, but please make sure that if you create a formula in your projection, that it's correct. You also want to try to create a logical flow with your calculations so that it's easy for someone who may not be sitting right next to you to follow the way that you've calculated things. And then lastly, once you've got your assumptions or your inputs, you run them through your calculations, you're going to generate some outputs, right? Which is the pro forma profit and loss statement and the cash analysis at a minimum. But if you want to make your life easier, you can also include some visuals like charts and graphs. You can include a funding analysis, which really says how much money you're going to need either this year or over the life of your business. And if you want to get really fancy, you can even include a valuation. We're not going to cover that today, but some people find that reassuring that they have actually calculated the market value of their company based on their financial projection. That also gives you a good idea of how investors might look at your projection.